I used to believe that love was enough to hold a marriage together, that if you built a life with someone, shared dreams, built a home, raised children, the foundation would be unbreakable. I was wrong. My name is Adaora, and 3 years ago, I discovered that the man I called my husband had been living a double life, a secret wife, two hidden children, a whole other family, just 45 minutes from our home in Abuja. I didn't scream. I didn't cry right away. I just sat there in the dark, staring at the evidence on his phone, and something inside me shifted. Not into rage, into patience. Because the best revenge, it isn't loud, it's slow, it's calculated, and it waits until the moment they think they've won. Let me take you back to how it all started. Chidi and I met in university, UNN Nsuka. He was charming, ambitious, the kind of man who could talk his way into any room. I was the quiet accounting student from Enugu, focused on my grades and my future. We dated for 3 years, married right after NYSC. Everyone said we were perfect. My family loved him. His family treated me like gold. We moved to Abuja for his banking job. I started my small interior design business from home while raising our two daughters, Kamsi, now 10, and little Ifeoma, 7. Life felt full. We had date nights at Jabi Lake, family vacations to Obudu, church every Sunday. He worked late often, client meetings, branch audits. I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? He still kissed me goodnight. He still called me my queen. He still posted our family photos on Instagram with captions like, blessed beyond measure. But looking back, the signs were there. Small things I dismissed. The way he'd silence his phone when a call came in after 9 p.m., the work trips to Lagos that lasted longer than necessary, the extra cash he sometimes had that didn't match his salary slips. I told myself it was paranoia. I told myself strong women don't snoop. Until one rainy Thursday evening in October 2023, everything changed. Chidi had left his phone charging in the living room while he showered. It buzzed. Once. Twice. I wasn't going to look. But then a message preview flashed on the screen. Babe, the girls miss you. When are you coming home to us? Nkechi. With a photo attachment. My heart stopped. I picked up the phone. His passcode was our wedding date, the one he never changed. I opened WhatsApp. There she was, Nkechi, beautiful, smiling, holding two little girls who looked familiar. The older one had Chidi's eyes. The younger one had his dimples. Messages went back years. I love our little family. Can't wait for you to leave that other house and be with us full time. Photos of birthdays, Christmases, a house in Lugba that looked cozy, lived in. Bank alerts for transfers, regular ones labeled school fees, house upkeep. My hands shook so badly I almost dropped the phone. I scrolled further. A wedding photo from 2018, 2 years after our own wedding. Traditional attire, her in white lace, him smiling like he did on our day. The caption? Finally made it official with my heart. Mr. and Mrs. Chidi Okiki. He had married her, legally, traditionally, both. I didn't know yet. But he had another wife, another life, and our daughters. They had half-sisters they didn't know existed. I sat on the couch in the dark for over an hour, rain pounding the windows. Chidi came out of the bathroom, humming. Hey, love, dinner ready? I looked at him, really looked. The same face I'd kissed for over a decade. The same man who'd promised forever. I forced a smile. Almost. Go relax. He kissed my forehead and went to watch TV. I didn't confront him that night, or the next, or the week after. Because in that moment, something cold and clear settled in my chest. Anger would have given me a fight. Tears would have given him pity. But patience would give me power. The next few weeks were a blur of silent detective work. I started documenting everything, screenshots, voice notes to myself. I opened a secret Gmail account. I hired a discreet private investigator, recommended by a friend who'd gone through something similar. Cost me half my savings, but worth every kobo. The report came in a plain envelope 3 weeks later. Chidi had indeed married Nkechi traditionally in her village in 2018. They had a court marriage certificate from 2020. Quiet, no fanfare. He owned the house in Lugba, jointly with her. He paid school fees for their daughters at a private school in Abuja. He visited them every late night meeting or weekend conference. Sometimes he brought gifts from our home, perfume I'd bought him, toys our girls had outgrown. He lived two lives, perfectly balanced, until I tipped the scale. I didn't tell anyone. Not my mother, not my sisters, not even my best friend. Because if word got out too soon, he'd have time to cover tracks, move assets, spin stories. I played the perfect wife. I cooked his favorite egusi soup. I laughed at his jokes. I let him think everything was fine. Inside, I was planning, learning about Nigerian family law, quietly gathering financial records, our joint accounts, his secret ones I found through bank statements. I started my own side savings, small transfers he wouldn't notice. I built my business stronger, more clients, more income in my name only. I smiled in family photos. I posted happy captions, all while the clock ticked. 3 months after discovery, I got the one piece of evidence that sealed everything. A DNA test he'd secretly done on our youngest, Ifeoma, because apparently he wondered if she was really his. The result, she is. But the fact he doubted, that broke the last thread of love I had left. I stared at that paper in my home office at 2 a.m. and whispered to the empty room, "You took everything from me. Now watch me take it all back." I waited. I planned. I became the shadow in his perfect double life. Because revenge isn't about instant gratification. It's about precision. It's about watching them build higher, so the fall hurts more. 3 years later, the night everything changed finally arrived. The pieces were in place. The trap was set. And Chidi had no idea what was coming. If you want to know how I dismantled his world, piece by piece, stick around for part 2 because what I did next. It wasn't just revenge, it was justice. And it was beautiful.